salesperson, what is it that you need to know that could be hurting you and causing you to lose sales when it comes to sales training? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you on video number 2050 on this YouTube channel. And so one of the things that I want to talk to you about is the dip in sales. So here's what happens is it doesn't matter who you work with when it comes to a sales process. It doesn't matter the training process. There's going to be a point where everything ramps up and it gets to a high point, and then all of a sudden you're going to start dipping down. And you'll be like, what is going on? So here is the real deal. Here is what I see salespeople do daily as a form of sales sabotage that just absolutely destroys them. And so what will happen is a salesperson, they'll ramp up, they'll hit a closing percentage. Maybe they were closing at 30%, and now they hit 50, right? Industry average is 30, they get it to 50, and then all of a sudden they start declining, and they're like, wait a minute. Something happened, something changed, what's going on? And it was that something changed. And it's not a sales call, it's a performance. I want to let you in on a little secret, right? Huge, huge secret. Shouldn't be a little secret. A little secret is a huge secret. It's not a sales call, it's a performance. And when you go watch your favorite performer play their band, they don't change up the music. When you go watch your favorite play, they don't change up the music, or change up the performance. What they do is they stick to a performance. Now, you and me, as a salesperson, we get bored. You're like, oh my goodness, I've given this presentation 4,000 times this year. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change it up a bit. I'm gonna put some heat in this. I'm gonna change it. And then that didn't work. So the next thing you know is like, you're like, all right, well that didn't work. I'm gonna change it up again. Because you were bored with the presentation and now you're in free fall. Now you're in panic mode. Now you're like, I don't know what to do. So now I need to change up my process. And then so you were up here and now you're in free fall and you're all the way down here. So like, oh, you know what? I should probably talk to a sales trainer. I should probably find a coach. I should probably get a mentor. And then you get a coach or a mentor, and then like they take you to the top and you're like, yes, I'm done with this coaching. I don't need this coaching. I don't need this training. I'm too good for it. Peace out. I'm gonna go sell some stuff. I'm the man. I'm the man. So then you go through your sales presentation and guess what? It gets boring. And so here's what you do. You're like, you know what? I'm bored. I don't really care for this sales presentation right now. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to throw some heat in. I'm going to throw some spice into my sales process. I'm going to make some changes. And then you make some changes. This is pretty normal that I could tell you from watching salespeople as long as I have, that this is about a 3 to 6 month roll. And so what will happen is, believe it or not, when you're closing a ton of deals, and believe it or not, when you're making stuff happen, that's when salespeople typically get bored the most. And this is why you'll see paychecks on a 3 month curve jump up and jump down, is because salespeople are like, man, I'm bored with my process. I'm just out there, I'm closing deals, I'm making things happen. And it's counterintuitive. You look at it and be like, that doesn't make sense. But when you study salespeople like I have, and you look at the sales process, this is a huge counterintuitive problem that is a form of sales sabotage that I see a lot. That salespeople, they'll ramp up, they'll hit whatever master performing level it is. Let's say it's 50% closing rate. They'll get a couple of checks and then boom, they're back down again. Okay, so one reason is because they get bored. Two is because they hit that internal goal and they hit that belief. They're like, I can only make 150 grand a year because my dad only made 150 grand a year, and it's the only amount that I believe in that I can make, so I'm not going to make any more, and I'm not going to step out of that circle, and I'm not going to make 200 grand a year. Okay, that's number two. Number three, they get distracted. Major events in your life and my life cause problems in the world of sales. And so let's just say that I get a new girlfriend, I get a new house, I get a new car. Any one of those three things, boom, can cause sales problems. Now let's just say opposite or converse of that. I lose a girlfriend, I lose a car, I lose a house, major event. So a couple months back, I lost my father, real deal. My dad, sudden heart attack, passes away. That has a huge potential. That has a massive impact. It's not just girlfriends, husbands, wives. It's significant people in your life. Me and my dad, we talked on the phone every single day around 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'll tell you, every once in a while, I go to reach for my phone and be like, oh, he's not there no more, right? And so something like that, if I was going to walk into a sales call, that could set me off too. So major events in your life. But something to be very aware of is if you get bored with your sales presentation, you are going to head towards self-sabotage. And what you have to realize is it's not a sales call, it's a performance. Right? Some of my favorite bands have been playing the same song for 20 years, and even though they hate playing them, and they hate going out there, and they hate going through the rehearsal, they know that their fans love that song. And your fan needs to see your sales presentation the way that it should be. Your fan is your buyer. Your fan is the person who you are going to be doing business with, and they need to see you at your best. So, here's the thing. If you're like, oh my goodness, I'm closing deals, but I'm bored with my presentation, get a sales coach. Get somebody to give you a little bit of a push. Pay them some money. get a new salesperson to come ride with you and give them some teaching, give them some coaching. You know, keep track in a journal about where your trends are and where you go up and where you go down. I found for the longest time that I was trending down around my birthday because I had head out to Honolulu and I'd go to Oahu for my birthday, and I was more focused on going on the trip than I was closing deals. And so March, my numbers would tank, and then I'd come back from Oahu and my numbers would be up. And I was like, this is stupid. I mean, I shouldn't be losing sales before I go on vacation. I got Aloha shirts that I gotta get some Ren Spooner Aloha shirts. I gotta buy some grinds. I gotta get some Spam Musubi, some shave ice, right? All the stuff that they sell in Hawaii that you really can't get on the mainland. That's not that good. So pay attention. Hey, you knew I had to work Hawaii in there somehow. Had to get the Ren Spooner Aloha shirts in there somehow. You knew it was gonna happen. Come on. So just know that you can create your own form of self-sabotage by getting bored with your presentation and heading for that dip and not knowing what to do with it. I have spent thousands of hours writing with salespeople to figure out why they sell and why they don't. And I've given you a good couple of reasons. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. If you've never been to my channel, find the subscribe button and pound that subscribe button so that every time I send a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.